Good morning, Floss Tube. Welcome to another sunny morning in Billawheeler. It's Saturday morning. We're heading to about 27 degrees today with some showers. It's currently 22 degrees. I'm doing the Know Your Needleworker tag, and I thought I'd get this one off and out the way. As I don't circulate my projects, I only make progress on one probably a month, if I swap them that much. So I never have a lot of sort of WIP progress to show you. It may change now I'm doing Floss Tube. I might see about doing a rota. So let's get started with the questions. Where do I live? I live in Billawheeler, Queensland. It's sort of central coast hinterland almost, except we're the other side of the mountains. And I've only been here 3 months, so I'm still getting to know the place and the people, but I'm loving it so far. I was previously in Brisbane, but I got sick of the city life. I'm a country girl at heart, as I grew up in a small town, and moving here brings me closer to family. What do I do for a living? I am doing client management and accounts for a small solicitors firm here. Do I have pets? No, I really want one though. I'm allergic to cats, so it limits me to dogs. And I'm finally renting a place where I can own a pet, but just got to get the money up. So I'm wanting to get a Shih Tzu, as it'll be on its own for a good portion of the day. And apparently they're quite comfortable with being alone. They don't fret as much as some of the other dogs. What do you do? What are my other hobbies? I play video games when I just can't stitch anymore because my eyes get tired. I like to do paper crafting. I got into doing that because I wanted to keep a nice photo journal of all my works. I might show you that later on down the track in another video. I really enjoyed that much, and as a way to try and meet people here, I signed up to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So that's going okay. Haven't really met anyone. Thanks to my boss, I'm still a demonstrator. She's a bit of a shopaholic, and she's into doing all the stamping and stuff, and when she found out, she's just gone nuts. So that's hobbies. Favourite movie? Oh, I don't have one particular favourite movie. I'm a big fantasy fan, so I pretty much love any science fiction fantasy movies. Some favourites, of course, Lord of the Rings, Hobbits, Avatar. Favourite non-fantasy movie would be Pitch Perfect at the moment. It's just awesome. Another favourite would be Truth About Cats and Dogs. I've loved that since forever. Favourite TV show? Oh, I like to watch TV shows while I'm stitching, and I rewatch and then rewatch again. Loved Firefly. Loved Haven. I'm still waiting for a couple of seasons to be released. They never have it in my JB Hi-Fi. I love the Stargate Universe series and Stargate Atlantis. As a kid, I used to watch the Stargate, and the original, and I am contemplating starting to collect them, just so I've got something I can watch over and over again. Love my Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5, Star Trek. I wouldn't call myself a Trekkie though. I just enjoy the concept. Going back to movies, there's a Halo movie that's really good for a science fiction movie. It's not big blockbuster like the latest Star Trek movies, but it is still a very good movie. Favourite book. Don't have a favourite book. I have a whole heap of favourite authors. I'm not a big favourite one. I just love anything that will capture my attention. If I can't put it down, then to me it's a good book. Nalini Singh, I love her. I probably mispronounced her name. Mercedes Lackey, I got into her when I was really young. I still enjoy it. I've reread her books several times. Love David Eddings. He's my first science fiction fantasy author that I really got into. Well, actually, that I ever really read. I fell in love with the cover of his book in the shops. On an outing my mum took me while I was in boarding school, and I thought, I just have to read that. And his characterizations are just wonderful. The people just come to life on the page. I've just recently, as a teenager, early 20s, I used to listen to audiobooks and do a lot of stitching and craft work because we had a whole heap in the library. I used to work in my little local council, and they were things that didn't get lent out a lot, and so I used to take them home and I gave them a go, and I found they were quite fun to have that going and do things. So I've rediscovered that. While I was living in Brisbane, our library had a free service where you could download books. The qualities of the recordings weren't that crash hot. They were basically someone's taken the original recording on the tape and just run it through a digital converter and then uploaded that. So there was sometimes errors and glitches and sound quality. You still got to listen to the book though, and it was still a good performance by the person reading the book. I've just recently signed up to Audible, and I've only signed up to the one book a month because it's not the cheapest subscription, but it's cheaper to buy audiobooks that way than it is to buy audiobooks full price. But it means I only get one a month, and I usually get through it within the first week. So I'm hanging out for my subscription to renew. I've just listened to Kristen Britton. Her first book, they had that, and it was brilliant. I really hope they can get all her other 5 books of the series up and done, because I would love them, and I'd be set for quite a while. Favourite music. I'm very eclectic with my music. I like all sorts of things. I'm currently into watching the Pentatonics videos. I think like every single female out there, Avi Kaplan and his lovely deep voice. Yum. What word best describes you? I always refer to myself as being an introverted extrovert. So it's sort of 2 words. So, yeah, that's me. I want to be out there and loud and be part of it all, but I end up not. I let everyone else do the talking half the time. Yeah. So, that's me. For the Know Your Needleworker, I have... So this is my WIP. It's a character creations pattern. I don't know if she's still selling. I haven't even tried to check out her website. I know she stopped doing new ones. She's got something like cystic fibrosis or something. I'm not too sure. I can't remember now. It's been ages since I read her newsletter. She's quite sick though, and she had mentioned that she wouldn't be doing anything new. And she does it via hard copy. I don't know if she does it by soft copy even. That's been that long since I've looked it up. So this one's called Judgement. And so this is the 2 dragons I think I showed you in my whips. So if I can work out how to use iMovie and I don't get the shits with my computer or technology or iPhoto, I will put a starting point photo here. Okay, so if nothing came up, I got the shits. So this is my progress so far. Oh, we might need to put a light onto me, so I'm going to go a bit whited out. Okay, so I'm trying to get, I need to roll down a bit so you can see it. So I'm trying to get a whole page done. I've decided I just want at least to get a whole page done. The way I stitch, I don't park. I sort of pick the first colour in the square, work it out, go pick the next colour in the square, work it out. And actually that's coming up quite well. Last weekend I put in a whole big session on working it. This is a huge piece of fabric, so just excuse me while I work out where I want to be. So I did all this green on along his back here. It's confetti central. All of his green is confetti central, and I think that's one of the reasons why I put it down. The background of the rocks here is a lot quicker to work. There's still some small amount of confetti, but it is a lot easier to work through. See how close I can get it, get my angle right for this camera. So, this is either 32 or 36 count linen, I can't remember. Just notice I've managed to get a mark on it. Hopefully my stitching will cover it. So it's a huge piece. It's a long pattern. So I love this hand-dyed piece of fabric, and I am working on how I will eliminate some of that background stitching, because it's all sort of browns and beiges, and I want the sky to be blue. So it looks like I might have some success. I'm just going to have to go slow and steady and then just build out, because it's got trees and branches, and I think I'll just have to build it out one colour at a time and just go slow with that. But that's a long way off. I've still got 2 dragons, big dragons to do. So, yeah, I've really been focusing on that, and I've just really been loving stitching on this fabric. I've got the shits with Australia Post at the moment, because I've found the chatelaine support group. I've had a chatelaine pattern sitting in my collection for like forever, and I kept putting it off. It was just a really expensive start, and everyone was raving about 123 stitch and value, and shipping wasn't bad. And so I put my first order in for the first lot of silks, and I just ordered the silks I needed to get going, and that was going on 3 weeks ago. They shipped it off really well. UPS, so I think I put my order in on the 15th, 14th, 15th, and it was sitting at Los Angeles on the 17th. It is now the 29th, and I still haven't got anything. So I'm actually going to go into my post office Monday lunchtime and ask them if they can track it for me. Track it backwards and see where it is within Australia, because knowing my luck, it will be stuck somewhere, or it's gone off to Canada like someone else has said hers packet had gone. Fingers crossed it hasn't. But you never know. I have one of these, this sort of luck. I used TeamSpeak 3 last night. Thank you, Wonderfully Hopeless. It was great fun. It was lovely to talk to another needleworker, even though I wasn't cross-stitching. I was too tired. I had a big day at work and my eyes just wouldn't focus. But it was nice to talk to other stitchers. And yeah, so that's me for this morning. I hope you have a wonderful weekend if you're watching this over the weekend, or a wonderful week. I will talk to you again. I might do a bit of a stash video, so we'll see. I have quite a number of stashes. I might have to break it up in different clips. I will see you all later. Bye.